Wright and Cola offices. Welcome to Easy Daddy! Oh crap. Somebody said something. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important.
So now what should we do?
Well, the trial is tomorrow, and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Mr. Ingard's innocent. On guard. We have to find the real killer.
Okay, then let's start looking.
Oh boy.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without...
Good morning.
Hold on, it's you. What is going on around here? Cat attacked. I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? It's a bad rerun is what this is. Another stale samurai doing the most evil of deeds.
That's not entirely...
I'll have you know I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why, oh why do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies? It's always been that way ever since I was a little elementary school girl. The class hamster died and the kids started calling me Queen Reaper, whoever did your evil spells.
Actually, I wanted to ask you about the murder and what happened.
Don't push me, boy.
Mr. Nick, I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast.
Miss Oldbag, could you please speak a little slower?
Don't boss me around, you spiky hair smarty pants.
Just immediately leaves.
Looks like the investigation is in full swing. Hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens.
Yeah, you can really see a big mob in that room.
I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere.
Why do they still have all the food sitting out?
You're not allowed to disturb a crime scene.
Yeah, but the food
Yeah,
will
it's
go
all
bad.
evidence.
Yeah, but it's all technically evidence.
Well, got to roll up the sleeves and try, I guess.
Hey, you're here.
Everywhere you go, I have to do a rough voice.
Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer.
Lotta!
Hey, Mr. Cop fella. The thief showed his face.
What?
Arrest him. Put him on trial. Find him guilty. Give him the death penalty.
What's wrong, Lotta? Are you all feeling alright?
Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep?
What are you looking for?
My camera. C-A-M-A-R-A. It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my 700 camera.
Your camera?
Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always goes back to the scene of the crime? And looky, here you are.
Yep, here I am. faced with a lot of trouble.
Huh?
My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I finally find a star that makes the heart go ba-dump again.
I don't know what to say.
I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket?
Does Cody come back in this? I hope Cody comes back.
I'd watch your words. No one's gonna get away with saying anything bad about my Juan.
But I haven't said anything.
Well, I don't believe a word that woman says anyway.
Huh? What woman?
That irritating backwater girl with the afro and the horrible accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? Why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days, they don't know the meaning of the word modesty. When I was a young maiden, I was so beautiful even the flowers of fields blossom. But despite this, I pressed flowers, or red flowers.
Pearls? Are you thirsty?
A little.
Okay, I'll get you some juice or something.
Thank you very much.
Hey, are you paying attention, youngins, today?
So I'm guessing Miss Holdback heard everything from Lotta.
Really, she don't know nothing, man.
I want to ask you about what happened the time of the murder.
I don't know anything about that. I was getting ready.
Getting ready? For what?
The show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards.
Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference.
Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder.
Ah, I see.
But if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly.
What?
I saw the most important moment of the night.
The most important moment? You don't mean?
Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite, really, kids these days.
Please tell me! What did you see? There are a lot of locks.
The murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder isn't?
Please don't stray onto another tangent. Please!
If you want to hear more, then show your respect and bring this lady a present.
She heard me.
I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you.
Grr. She's clamming up like the old clam she is.
Please, anything would be helpful.
Well then, how about I tell you my measurements?
No, that's okay, really.
She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick?
I know. Please tell me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Please, Mr. Maya's life is...
But you haven't given me my present yet. Let's Let's see. I'll only tell it to you if you bring me Juan's autograph.
What an unreasonable request. You might as well have asked for the moon.
Not a reasonable request.
It's reasonable, but it's also unreasonable.
Why'd you look at my face and then run off earlier? Hey!
Mr. Nick, where are we?
We're in Mr. Juan Corrida's room. Pearls,
Mr. Corrida?
the victim, which makes this the crime scene too.
Oh, it's you. So, what happened? The kidnapper. Has he contacted you again?
Not yet. He probably won't until we win. Mr. On-Guard's a twiddle.
You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there?
I just want Maya to be alright.
We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm gonna give you as much help as I can, pal.
Can you do that? Even if we want to look around the crime scene?
I'm so excited.
Just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you gotta keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here.
Thank you!
Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy.
Wow, you're giving it to me? Thank you.
Wouldn't like you to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good.
Mr. Nick, I got a map.
That's great, Pearls!
But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says.
Should not read.
Not very well.
Apparently your mother didn't teach her to read or didn't teach her any words properly.
Now where are we?
We're in Mr. On-Guard's room. Dressing room. This is our client's room.
Okay.
Dressing room.
Is it male or female?
May I help you with something?
Oh my word.
Where...
You're Mr. On-Guard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much.
Two more Miss Piggy.
It just sounds like Mickey Mouse, but he stutters.
I also looked for lawyers of mine, but to no avail.
How did you know I'm his lawyer?
You were just saying that he's your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would do such a word would be his lawyer.
Wow.
It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow. Mr. On-Guard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here one stop, then you're mad
sound like you're like hosting a Nick Jr. show.
Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either.
It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick.
I am Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business.
All right. She may be of small stature, but appearances can be deceiving.
Why do you just keep running from me?
So you lost your camera?
It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it in a store and it's $1,600 brand new.
Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700?
I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty bitty scratch on it, and the manager got all huffed in the face. He gave me a talking to, and he was real mean about it, too. He done made me cry at that.
When did you lose your camera?
Last night,
Talking a lot.
after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking at things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie.
Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours?
I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop.
I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Lotta, please tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder.
Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here, this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until the time Mr. On Guard was arrested.
What were you doing here?
You sure you went to school, city boy? Wherever Lotta Hart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had.
A big stew?
I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer this world's ever seen. Rick, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot.
I wonder what scoop she's talking about after this time.
Although, I was also on the lookout for other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here the entire time.
Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big stoop?
Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I brought to myself, why not get a picture for proof?
What kind of story was it that you would hang around here?
Oops, sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know.
Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide?
We've been stopped, haven't we?
Ha ha, yeah. Take that, Mr. Lawyer.
But someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta, and your I rule smile. Do you know what was the cause of death?
Well, technically the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal.
It should?
Yeah, here's a picture.
It's a dead body. Why are they always just giving that out like candy?
Yeah, pal, that's the murder weapon, the knife in his chest.
So, he was stabbed to death?
They're looking at the fingerprints down at the lab right now.
There were fingerprints on the knife?
Yup. And it looks like they're pretty sure it's Mr. On-Guard's prints, pal.
That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. On-Guard arrested?
Because we had evidence on him.
Evidence?
It looks like the victim, Juan Corona, really put up a big fight.
Yeah, one look at the crime scene, you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere.
Well, yeah. During the fight, his button came off.
Mr. On-Guard said something about a button. Something like one of the Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught on it in his hakama.
That's not all, pal.
What?
There was a witness. Pal.
A witness? Who is it?
That lady, Ms. Oldbag.
Please, anyone but her.
Prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. Not to mention there's something around where the Vic... What?
Victim.
What the Vic was.
Oh. Not to mention there's something around where the Vic was that's a little off. I missed the word was. It was confusing me.
Oh. Something that's a little off. As in...
As in, that's for you to figure out, pal.
All right, let's figure it out, Mr. Nick.
Why is it that stupid? You shouldn't have to hit L to go right. Is that a robot dog?
I'm gonna be a mechanical dog.
It look like a man.
It's a beautiful wine glass. And there's tomato juice in it.
Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much.
There's a bottle of it on the table over there. That's probably where this came from.
Doesn't that seem weird?
What seems weird?
I mean, everything else is scattered over the floor.
She's right. The flower vase was broken and the makeup is strewn everywhere.
Why is this glass the only thing that's still alright?
Let's see, go take a nap. Go take a nap. Yeah.
Did you make it tomato juice? People get upset that wine was in it.
Thinking about murder. Imagine they don't care about that. Oh, there's blood on the case.
This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up from, but still usable.
That's strange. The guitar isn't here.
Maybe you forgot to bring it to the show.
But Mystic Maya. She said the bright red guitar was Jammin' Ninja's signature item.
That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet. But it's only wet on the top of the lid.
Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it?
Looks like blood to me.
Maybe it's neither. Maybe just too scared when the guy came in. There are all sorts of things in this refrigerator.
The carrot juice bottle and the tomato juice bottle are both empty.
Empty? So much of a hassle to throw them away, I guess. They're all vegetable juices. I guess he must have been a real health nut.
Oh, there's meat and some ketchup. And a bottle of strawberry jam, too.
Maybe red was his favorite color.
What if there was the real murderer hiding in this bear costume all the time?
Wow, there are a lot of bears.
Alarm clock, ones, collector's editions, stuffed teddy bears, plastic models. It's a pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear that he doesn't have?
There's even a few in the trash can.
Yeah, you get the feeling maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Poor teddies.
Yeah, poor teddies.
Oops.
It's hard to bear with all these problems. Growl.
Why did they do that?
I don't think I want to bear with the trauma of the last case caused me.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Keep going.
It's so messy here.
Earls really likes things neat and tidy, I take it.
There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please.
Okay, that over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist.
I know what a watch is.
Oops, for a second there I forgot I was talking to with Pearls, not Maya.
What is wrong with you? She literally kidnapped and he's making fun of her.
He can never shut off his sarcasm.
It's a suitcase. There are so many things in it, but I bet it barely closes. There's his clothes, a dryer, an electric shaver, a calculator.
Do all stars pack too much stuff like Mr. Corrida? So that's a bed, right?
Yep, it's a bit. It's big, but it's a bed.
Ah! Mr. Nick! It's soft!
Big beds must be a rarity for her.
He didn't like scold her at all for jumping on some random bed.
I guess not.
Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Corrida fought his assailant.
What are these bits of glass from?
A flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor, but I don't know what they were.
You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick?
Okay, that was fun.
I didn't examine the table. You examined everything else except that. It was kind of weird.
Just gonna say, well, look at the tomato juice. Looks like Mr. Torta had dinner last night. Look at the tomato juice.
This bottle is tomato juice!
He had a lot of food at the award show last night, including tomato juice. But I wonder if the stars had gone off stage after only eating a meager meal like this.
Stars really sacrifice a lot for us, drinking tomato juice.
Itsy.
Autograph sitting here.
Weird Mickey Mouse.
I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And I will tell you, before the awards ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Ungard. In this very room, I might add.
Dinner? What did you eat?
I told you I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you took a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me.
I bet she's a lot of fun at parties.
When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall.
After the show ended, you came back to this room?
No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby.
Oh. Preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess.
When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Ungard. After that, I went to visit Mr. Carina.
That's when you found his body, isn't it?
You really held strong through everything.
Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So, about you and...
Stop right there! You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Ungard and I are related, are you?
Sorry.
I have no idea how he could have chosen you as a lawyer.
Why did she have to go and say something like that?
Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later.
Oh, Nancy.
Okay?
I tried to she swatted me.
I already gave you my name earlier, and I'll add that I'm Mr. Ungard's manager.
His manager? Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Torta, have one?
No, he did not.
He didn't?
Global Studios is a very different policy from Worldwide Studios in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars.
I see.
This industry is very ruthless and a very and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner.
Accent there at the end.
Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly.
You're wrong. I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya.
Girls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright? I'd like to ask you about this.
I told you I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me the pictures of the dead body, as they are no relevance to me.
Well, this is the first time I've been shut down this badly. Do you know anything?
I told you how many times now? I'm a journalist. I've got so much info running laps in my head that I forget things here and there.
Please don't get worked up over this.
Ha! I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids. That's this gal's motto on learning youngsters.
Guess I could show her profile.
Oh.
I asked to become Mr. Ungod's manager. It's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition.
Mr. Ongard,
Would you say he has a nice disposition?
Doesn't have a nice voice, I'll say that.
He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick?
They probably shouldn't let cats in hotels.
did you know the victim, Mr. Corida?
Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place after all.
Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai?
Honestly, they were children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over and over with the most trivial things. If either of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die.
I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corida was killed.
Were you staring at me, Mr. Wright?
Do you have any ideas
About what you're staring at me?
as to why Mr. Corida was murdered?
Why would you ask me about such a thing?
I'm just doing my job. So do you have any ideas? Miss Andrews?
Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation.
Is it a psych look, Mr. Nick?
Yes. There's getting to be more and more of these lately. Bye.